Hello, my name is Rita Ghanime and I am a kimono disco queen.
You've got me going, but
So I draw massive inspiration from the 1970s. The effortless, sleek, metallic, chic looks. I'm really into the effortless draping, the spaghetti straps, the ultra suede, the sparkle, the gold lame. There are so many fun, sexy elements of fashion that the 70s just blew right open. It was just unconventional, it was glamorous, it was chic, it was glittery, and I love it. Thin spaghetti strap dresses and necklines. I love the deep V-necks on dresses or jumpsuits. Jumpsuits are amazing. That skim the body, like very sexy. And I love like a platform heel, like a sandal, very disco. Statement jewelry, clearly. These were actually my mom's from the 80s. I love big cuffs, just like bold pieces. And I think the 70s really took that, like Elsa Peretti. I mean, need I say more? Just these incredible bold pieces that all you need is one unique piece and the outfit just kind of floats in behind. Silk blouses worn with sleeveless vests, low-ride bell-bottoms, high-waisted bell-bottoms. It's just so sexy, the silhouette, whether you're seeing like the hip or the waist, just where it accentuates. Caftans like were really huge too, and that kimonos were kind of starting to float through, but it was really about the caftan. And I'm more about the kimono though, of course. The designer that inspires me the most is Halston. Halston is an American-born designer, was an American-born designer, who was the epitome of disco chic. It was minimalism. He just knew how to drape fabric on a woman's body, and it was all about the woman. And the dress or the jumpsuit or whatever he made just accentuated her. I mean, there were statement pieces. He dressed all the disco divas, you know, in Studio 54, from, you know, Liz Taylor to Liza Minnelli to Bianca Jagger and Mick Jagger, Jerry Hall, like all these iconic people, Grace Jones. He just paired minimalistic silhouettes with really quality luxury fabric. The ultra suedes, the metallics, the lames, the knits. He was masterful, absolutely masterful. In 2014, I worked for Halston actually. They did a relaunch of the brand in Los Angeles, and I was so excited to be working for this brand that was the namesake of this iconic designer that I've been obsessed with and admired for so long. So that was really an amazing experience. Actually, my mom was my first muse, an icon. She would wear like a silk blouse tucked into jeans with work boots. She had an innate femininity about her, just naturally sexy. She could wear very masculine, like a plaid shirt with khaki shorts, but it was just the way she did it. Oversized blazers with leggings and t-shirts. So menswear on a woman that's in tune with her femininity is very sexy and very powerful, I think. So menswear silhouettes that I love to interpret on women specifically, it's taking something oversized, like an oversized, this is like a men's silk vintage blouse, and putting it with something a little bit sleeker, like on the leg of this gold playmono. Oversized blazers. I love menswear silhouettes, especially on women, because it's all about the proportions. Taking something oversized and putting it with something more streamlined. So it's the proportions and just playing with those differences. And I think it's also important to show skin, because when you have something baggy like this oversized menswear vintage silk blouse, it's really important to show the skin, because your eye kind of is balanced. There's an optical symmetry. The menswear items that I love vests, I love blazers, I love penny loafers, I love even like denim on denim, like the Canadian tuxedo, like fedoras, like riding gloves. I think there's so many very neutral, classic elements that men are constantly redoing, and it's just like these timeless classics. Like the taupe, the beige, the olive greens, navy, white. The classic colors, like charcoal gray, to me is like the new black. It's just very sexy and timeless. And I think when a woman does it, it brings that timeless classic chicness to it. The women that inspire me, first and foremost, it's Kate Moss. Sleek, chic, fashion model doing like rock and roll edge. There's no one who did it like her. Just like this effortless, cool girl style all day long, pulling vintage looks, taking designer pieces, throwing it on with t-shirts and a jean. She was just always the epitome of effortless cool, and no one tops her in my books. Jane Birkin, you know, the British model, the muse of Serge Gainsbourg, the bangs, like I make all my models, like Darby, she's always my muse. The bangs, but the simplicity. Simple things worn effortlessly. There's a magic to that and how it transpires, because it's the way they wear it, and it has to do with their embodiment of who they are, and it's their energy that they share. The male fashion icons that inspire me implicitly, of course, I have to say Jim Morrison, just because, like, Dionysus, rock god, cooler than cool, the leather pants, the poet blouses, all the things, and denim. He just made the simple things look like iconic, sexy. Keith Richards with the vests and the shirts and the skinny ties. I mean, he just like his mixtures of patterns and everything he put together, like the hats. He just had this badass style, still does. I make kimonos for men, women, everything in between, except cats. Maybe that's coming next. But they're genderless and they are magnificent, so anybody can wear one. Music is so inspiring to me. I need to have a playlist on anytime I'm creating. Whether it is like more holistic mantras and something just kind of like more subtle that resets my nervous system, or whether it's like hardcore German techno or like Israeli techno. I'm really into those guys right now. It's across the board. Like I love like Christian Loeffler, like these just gorgeous soundscapes. John Hopkins, you know, from London. Like there's so many incredible artists. Like I do go time and time again back to electronica, but there's so many different genres and subgenres within electronica. I also love French music. I love Carla Bruni. She's Italian, but she sings so beautifully in French, and I always do her Quelques Mardis for my karaoke. That's my song, because she's just like speaking, and I can try to do that. But I love Françoise Hardy. I love Benjamin Biolay. There's just French music played on vinyl is also my jam. So techno to French to ethereal to mantras, and of course Jim Morrison and some good old rock and roll. Sometimes I'm running around to the Rolling Stones, but often like my process is I'm so immersed in, you know, sewing, and the music is so good. I hear this track and literally just get up and like push the chair away, and I'm just like dancing so hard, and I'm like, how am I going to finish this kimono? Like I have work to do, but I just keep dancing. I'll like literally press pause like 5 times to like, you know, start again. So yeah, music it's visceral and it's a part of my expression. I am, and it took until I would say my mid-40s, I'm 48 now, kind of during the pandemic when I was, you know, not able to shoot on models or anything anymore, and I had to shoot myself with these styling videos. And I was like, wait a minute, you're kind of a badass too, and you are your own muse. I literally became my own muse. And so it went from looking for muses to looking in the mirror, and that's a big part of what I do with my muses now. I hold a mirror and I reflect their absolute magic to them, and I've kind of formed this mother, daughter, sister relationship together that I hold space for them, and I just see this exponential growth from where they were to where they're going. It's deep love. I have so much gratitude and reverence for the women and the men, of course, that inspire me, but the women, it's very special because it was almost like an earlier version of myself that I'm looking into, and I'm just wanting to support them on their journey. So, yeah. My fashion advice is don't take fashion so seriously. It's a business. Style is something you curate and personalize, so have fun with that. You know, dress for yourself, dress for how you want to be, and that always looks cool. If you feel good, you look cool, and you should just like leave it at the door.